Hey everyone, you're watching KTAL News Now. I'm your host, Anthony Mocklin, and today is Thursday. We are almost to the weekend. It's right in our sights. But today is Thursdays, which means we will be looking ahead to that weekend and the events you can do just around the area. If you're looking for plans, if you don't have anything, if you just want to get out of the house and just have some fun this weekend, I got you covered today. And one of the big events that's going on all weekend is Geek'd Con, which is taking place all weekend from August 22nd, Friday, to Sunday, August 24th. It is in its 10th year, and it's only getting bigger. And KTAL's Susan Curtin got to speak with some of the event organizers to hear all about it.
So we got about 50 guests that will be coming in, and this year for our 10th anniversary, what we kind of decided to do was look at other anniversaries. So one of our big anniversaries is the 35th anniversary of the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie.
Right.
So we have one actor who represents each one of the Turtles from the original movie, along with one of the actors who played Shredder. So we're going to have a big Turtles party going on all weekend, and part of that is the Johnny's Pizza House Pizza Party, which will take place on Saturday. Tickets are all sold out for that, though. That's the problem, is they're already sold.
Well, you know, it's important that we talk about this because there's still so much to see, even though those tickets are sold out. But it's more advice to get these things way ahead of time. You don't want to wait till the last minute.
It's great to buy in advance because you get to plan your whole weekend. So like today, if you bought your tickets, then you can figure out, we have a schedule of events. The guests will all do panel conversations. They'll do Q&As with fans. That comes free with your tickets. But they're scheduled. So if you buy your ticket now, you can figure out what you're going to do and what time your photo op with a guest will be, what time the panel discussion will be, and sort your day out from there. It's a big event. It's both levels of the Shreveport Convention Center. So it's not just the base floor, it's upstairs as well.
That's
so
amazing.
The whole building, we've got a Lego brick building lab, we've got all the guests. We have over 205 different vendors that will be building over 275 booths during the event.
That's amazing. I mean, I think you're just going to fill this whole thing up eventually.
That's the hope.
The goal.
Yeah.
Well, you have a hotel partner in Hilton, so people can make their reservations there if they want to stay the night.
Yep, and we're filling up fast, too.
Yeah.
So we got a lot of out-of-town folks. We've actually sold tickets to people from as far away as Washington State, Chicago, Illinois, and Scotland this year.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that's amazing. So, now, you know, people do come from all over around. What inspired you to start Geek'd Con?
So really the Shreveport-Bossier area, I argue consistently, is pound for pound the geekiest place I've ever seen. Like for the size of this community.
A compliment.
It is, it's a total compliment.
Yeah.
For the size of this community, it supports so many card stores, video game stores, comic book stores. You go to cities that are similar size or even larger, and you don't find as much variety. You don't find as many of those around. So this community is built for this kind of thing. And I think that's been proven over the last 10 years with the explosive growth of this event.
Right. Well, we were talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and all the attention that's going to get this year. And of course, there's a special connection with that, isn't there, Justin?
You know, I grew up with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and so getting to be able to meet the actors, the costume actors with this, and plus getting to meet Ernie. He was in the second movie as well as a pizza delivery boy.
Right.
And, you know, that I grew up wanting to be a pizza delivery guy just because of that guy. And now I'm working for Johnny. So I mean, it's one of those things where, you know, I think it all kind of comes into play. Universe knew what it was doing with me on that part.
Yeah.
And some tickets are still available online, but they will have tickets at the door of the event. But it'll be in limited quantity. It'll be just for like general admission. Like they said, all the premium VIP stuff is pretty much all sold out. So if you haven't gotten your tickets yet, be sure to go. It's a great time. I've been to similar cons in New Orleans back when I lived there at Fan Expo down in the New Orleans Convention Center, and that was such a great time. They have so many different guests, celebrities, voice actors, comic book artists, or just normal artists in general that are going to be there with booths that you can talk to and take pictures with, get autographs from. So I highly recommend checking out their website to see a full list of all the celebrities that are going to be there. And if you want more details on the event itself, you can find that on our website at ktalnews.com, which is also where we stream KTAL News Now every day, Monday through Friday. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for another edition of Fantasy Football Friday ahead of, I'd say, most people's drafts. I think I have like 3 fantasy football drafts this weekend, so I'm gearing up, getting prepared. So, and you want to be too. if you're having your draft this weekend or next weekend, you'll have an extra week of research to do. So be sure to check in tomorrow for another edition of Fantasy Football Friday. But our next topic for today in Thursday's weekend events regards International Dog Day. And I put a picture up of my family's dog, Winnie, who is just the silliest little goofball I've ever seen in my whole life. She was a rescue from Take Paws in New Orleans, and she has been such a blessing to our family. I get at least a picture a day of her in some weird pose or underneath a bunch of pillows that are stacked on top of her on the couch. Like, as you can see in this photo, she does this all the time. She just sits down and then will have one leg up for no reason. So she's something else. But for International Dog Day, that is this Tuesday, August 26th, and to celebrate, the R.W. Norton Art Gallery in Shreveport is having an event where they are unveiling their Paws and Pose, which is a pop-up exhibit at their art gallery that runs from today, actually, all the way until September 21st. But this Saturday, they will be hosting a bunch of different tours of dog-related art in their art gallery and talking about just how dogs as a medium and just as the subject of an image have inspired artists over decades and centuries of art throughout history. And the museum itself is free. It's free to anyone, but if you want to go on a guided tour, you will need a ticket for that, and tours are limited to 20 people. But like I said, the museum is free. It's open from every Thursday to Sunday from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. And then they also have the Botanical Garden, which is also next to the museum. And that is open from Wednesday to Sunday from sunrise to sunset. And if you haven't been to the Botanical Garden, I highly, highly recommend going. It is an amazing place right here in Shreveport. It is so full of greenery and different plants and sights to see. It is so beautiful. And there's this little area of it that I always look forward to going to see, where they have this mini village of these ceramic houses and gnomes. And every time I've been, they've been in a different spot. So it's always a really exciting and surprising time to try to find where it is and okay, where did it go? And just try to spot that. So that's always really fun. But like I said, it feels like you're in a whole nother world whenever you're going there. It's just so breathtakingly beautiful. The trees are just so large, so it just feels like you're just in this gigantic area, open area with, like I said, full of plants and amazing, beautiful creeks and water flowing, and you can see a bunch of turtles and other animals and koi ponds, and it really is beautiful, and I highly recommend seeing it. And like I said, it's right in our backyard in Shreveport, so highly recommend checking that out. That's the R.W. Norton Art Gallery right here in Shreveport. If you haven't been, be sure to go. But if you are like I said, we were talking about International Dog Day, which is this Tuesday. And if you're a dog lover and you want to celebrate with your pet, there's a bunch of other stuff going on this weekend, including the Clear the Shelters event for those who are looking to adopt a dog. If you want to own a dog and you're on the fence about it and you want to learn more about it, there's a Clear the Shelters event partnered with the Sci-Port Discovery Center here in Shreveport. And they have a bunch of different animal shelters that are going to be there with animals that you can adopt. And KTAL's Susan Curtin got to speak with Joe Henderson of Sci-Port to learn more about the event.
This is our 7th year.
Yes.
And I'm so excited about it. I have 5 shelters coming, and I have Robinson's Rescue and several other places. Hollywood Feed is coming. And last year, Kenneth is the manager at Hollywood Feed, and he comes and he brings 2 8-foot rectangle tables full of goodies for all of the guests, for kitty cats and puppy dogs and that kind of a thing.
I love that.
But it's such a wonderful venue for pet adoption.
Yes, it is.
Families can come in and relax. We have a huge lobby. They'll be all over the lobby, and they can take their time looking at the pets and everything. And we have a lot of cats adopted. It seems like one year a lot of the cats get adopted. The next year a lot of the dogs get adopted. And Bossier Parish Animal Shelter got every one of their dogs adopted last year. It was fabulous.
Well, it always is. I love that it's indoors because, you know, we can get hot this time of year. Rain or shine, though, this thing goes. This is a nationwide campaign to find homes for animals in need, and they invite you to adopt, support, or simply come enjoy the day. So there is a kitten cradle bringing kittens and goodie bags. The Humane Society will be on hand, I know.
Yes, yes. Bring your little checkbook in case they charge, this kind of a thing. But it's just a relaxed atmosphere. The kids love to go around and pet the kitty cats, you know, and talk to the dogs and things like that. And some of the shelters will let you take your pet home that day, and some of them require you sign up and they kind of check your background.
Sure, and I think that's important. And as for fees, the fees are just to cover some of the medical expenses that you have that incur when you adopt a pet. You know, there are vaccines and whatnot, I know. So while you are looking at adopting your pet, you can also watch a couple of IMAX films there.
Yes, Superpower Dogs will be on. That has been on since I started at Sci-Port 7 years ago.
It will never go away. It is so
And I
cute.
used to have to help with the IMAX, so I've seen it many times.
I'll bet.
But it's really, really good. It talks about several dogs and what they do and this kind of a thing, and the kids will love it.
The kids love it. There's also the wonderful film Wild Rescue, which shows you rescuing animals in the wild. So interesting.
Yes, I haven't been able to see that one yet. I've been offered, but I've always been busy because I'm the event coordinator and I have things going on, you know.
You wear many hats.
But the thing about it is, people need to come and check Sci-Port out. Yeah. It's a playground that teaches for children, but our IMAX theater is wonderful. $1.5 million renovation about 2 years ago, and it will blow you away. It is so great. It really is. People need to come and see our IMAX, and we see full-length movies also besides the 45-minute documentaries.
And a brand new healthcare facility is opening in Shreveport this Saturday. Flora K's is hosting their grand opening this Saturday, August 23rd. KTAL's Mata Drain got to speak with CEO and RN Kalia Cook to learn more.
Flora K's is a home care service that we're bringing to the Arklatex. What our goal is at Flora K's is to help individuals that need help with just daily activities, to be able to keep them in their home, for them not have to enter into a facility until they absolutely have to. So we will provide services as far as personal care, helping them be safe in their home, from risk of falls, preparing meals, taking them to and from their appointments, just giving caregivers a break from the day-to-day of taking care of another individual, just giving them that mental break.
Okay, sounds like this is something that is very much needed for our community. What inspired you to start this agency right here in Shreveport?
Well, the agency, the name as you see is Flora K's, which was inspired by my grandmother. Her name is Florestine Kelly. Her birthday is actually today.
Okay.
She would have been 101 years old today. My grandmother was a double amputee. She was wheelchair bound. She lived home alone. She suffered a fall, which led to her being put into a nursing home, which my grandmother was very independent, and we knew that the nursing home was not going to be a good environment for her. She stayed in the nursing home maybe about a month before she passed away.
Well, I know your grandmother is truly proud of you for starting this and, you know, helping out others in the community. Now, talk to us about, you know, this upcoming celebration that you all are going to have, the ribbon cutting and grand opening.
So our grand opening will be on the 23rd of August, which will be Saturday at 1 p.m. It will be downtown at the Marshall Towers, 610 Marshall Street. We meant to do it on my grandmother's birthday weekend. We bring in introducing Flora K's as Florestine Kelly was introduced to the world. We're going to introduce this business in honor of her.
Okay, well, I am so excited for you guys. This is going to be a wonderful service that you're providing to the community. And past this grand opening, if someone wants to find out more information, how can they keep up with you?
So Flora K's has its own Facebook page. It is Flora K's. Our website is www.florakays, I'll spell it FLORAKAYYS.com. And you can find all of our services, our contact information, our phone number, everything is listed there for you.
And something else going on this weekend is the first ever Healthy Her event, which is being held this Saturday, August 23rd from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. It is a Confidence Through Healthy Living workshop for local girls ages 8 through 12 in the Shreveport-Bossier area. And it is free and open to all girls in that age range. And that is taking place this Saturday at the AmeriHealth Caritas Wellness and Opportunity Center on Jewella Avenue in Shreveport. And there will be tons of different informational sessions and workshops that girls can participate in to learn more about. And snacks will also be provided, which goes hand in hand with their Snack Smart workshop with the LSU Ag Center, as they conduct fun nutrition talks and help girls learn more about what exactly they're eating and their diet and how it can affect their long-term health, especially at a growing age. And another workshop is also the Healthy Hygiene and Body Positivity workshop. And Tobacco Free Living Louisiana will also be present to help teach kids about the truth of smoking, vaping, and e-cigarettes, and just how harmful that can be with all the chemicals in and the addictive properties of it, and just how detrimental it can be, like I said, at such a young age, and just thinking big picture in long-term health. There will also be a Stay Hydrated and Confident with the NAACP's Sip Smart session, where that goes hand in hand with the nutrition. If you're staying hydrated, especially with how hot it is outside, it can be very detrimental if you're not drinking enough water to just go about your daily business and your day-to-day and just function as a human being, even as adults rather than, kids. So it's very important that they are equipped with all the information needed to succeed and live their best life possible. If you have a child who falls within that age range, is open to them, you can find more web information about the event on our website, which is also where we stream KTAL News Now every day, Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. on KTALnews.com. Like I said earlier, if you're gearing up for your fantasy football drafts, you won't want to miss tomorrow's edition of Fantasy Football Friday, where I'll be breaking down the top 10 wide receivers that you need to be drafting and preparing and getting to know ahead of your draft, so you will be fully prepared. If you're in a tight spot, if you have a minute on the clock to draft, you won't be able to sweat. You won't sweat it at all. I have you covered, especially in the early rounds. So be sure to stick around for that. But you can also find our other episodes of KTAL News Now on our YouTube at KTAL News. But like I said, be sure to tune in tomorrow and as well as next week on KTAL News Now on our website, Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. at KTALnews.com. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. I'm your host, Anthony Mocklin. I'll see you tomorrow, and thank you for joining us.